welcome back to another deck profile here on the channel. Today I have my Cardfight Vanguard Narukami premium deck profile. So this deck is nowhere near complete, I would like to put it out there. But I thought I'd show it just to give you a show of some of the card games I like to play and stuff. And this card game is probably the one I have the most fun with. So if you'd like to see some matches of Cardfight Vanguard, let me know in the comments down below and we'll try and get some of that done, as I do have a few friends that play. And it'd be good to get some matches done. So we'll start with the main deck. So our grade 0 of choice that we're playing is Eradicator, Sparklight, Draco Kid. When rode upon, we get to draw a card, and if our opponent's Vanguard is grade 1 or greater, we get a quick shield to our hand. There's plenty of cards you can start with. I just chose to start with this one because it's Eradicator and then we play in this deck. Onto the grade 1s. We're playing 4 Isolation Eradicator Nisku. Again, I'm probably going to butcher card names in this like no tomorrow because it's so complicated. So when this card is placed in the Vanguard or Rearguard circle, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal an Eradicator amongst them, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your hand, discard a card. This is typically the Vanguard as the one of the things we want to ride into as our grade 1 to try and help see some pieces. Then we have 2 Mighty Bolts from the newer ones. It's not the older ones. I've got the stride cost stuff. So when this card is placed in the Vanguard or Rearguard, we look at the top 5 of our deck, reveal 1 grade 3, put it into our hand, shuffle the deck, and if we do, discard a card from our hand. During your turn, if any player's card is bound during this turn, this guy gets plus 5,000 power. From what I'm aware of, that does stack up. I'm still trying to understand how all the cards work and stuff like that, as it's been a long while since I played, and I'm only just starting to really look into more of optimizing and stuff like that. Then I'm running 2 Eradicated Demolition Dragons, which means I am choice restricted. It means I can't run an Eradicated Sweep command and stuff in this deck. I am looking to get 2 more of these. I did order 2 more, but then they got returned to the guy and damaged and stuff, so I didn't get those. I want to try and pick up more. At the end of battle, that this unit attack or boosted, if the attack hit, draw a card, and then choose one of my cards. Choose a card on my opponent's drop and bind it. If a card was bound while this card's on the rear guard, put this guy into the soul, so he gets a soul charge and stuff. I feel the ability to bind the drop as well as that draw power is so much nicer compared to the sweep command. Then I'm running 3 Flamecolm Eradicator Citrus. This is a card that will eventually get cut out completely. Its main effect we don't even really use. It's more of the hand effect. When we're striding, this gets grade +2, so it counts as a grade 3. It's the only reason we're really running it. Then I'm running 2 Rising Phoenix. So this nice discard fodder for when we have to add card to a hand and discard something, so we can discard this. During the drop, if our opponent's rearguard is bound during our turn, we can call this guy to the rearguard, and if we do, he gets plus 3,000 power to the end of the turn. So it's just a nice, if you're sitting in the drop, just call out. Eventually get some extra attacks out, maybe some extra power for boosting. See how it all goes. And then we are running 1 Sanctum as a Sentinel card for those triple drives. This is premium, so it comes up.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way you never miss a thing.
On to grade 2s. Our preferred ride of choice is Eradicator Sparkrise. So when placed in the Vanguard circle, gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. Then you get to look at top 5 cards of your deck, reveal an Eradicator amongst them, put it in your hand, discard a card. Then when this unit attacks, if it hits the Vanguard, Soul Blast 1 to draw a card while on Vanguard or Rearguard circle. So, like I say, it's our preferred ride of choice, just to kind of get up there. It gets the search capability, especially if we don't have a grade 3. Our backup ride, Thunderstorm Dragoon. Again, this deck's not optimized. This guy's not going to be in the final build. So when this card is rode upon by a grade 3 with only Narukami for its clan, we look at top 7 cards and choose 1 Narukami amongst them, or Eternal Thunderbolt. That doesn't come up though. And we get to add the Narukami to our hand. When this unit is placed, we get to Soul Charge 1, and it will get plus 5,000 power if our Vanguard is Narukami. Which means it gets that extra little beefiness to it. Running 3 Supreme Army Eradicator Zitons. When your opponent's rearguard is bound during your turn, all of your Eradicator Gauntlet Busters and this card get on Vanguard and rearguard circles, plus get 5,000 power to the turn. That comes up occasionally, but it's his other effect that we're more interested in. So, at the end of battle, when you attack the Vanguard, if your opponent's front row has no rearguards in it, you can put this guy into the soul, draw a card. That doesn't matter if it hit or not, it just has to battle the Vanguard. Then, for some pressure, we're running 2 Fiendish Sword Eradicator Chuhos. So this is a way of binding some cards when he's placed on the Vanguard or rearguard circles. We get to choose a column, counterblast 1, bind the front, and then put anything that's in the back to bring it to the front. At the end of battle, when he's on the rearguard circle though, at the end of battle when our Vanguard attacked, we can counterblast 1 to stand him. So it's just more pressure, so we can swing at the Vanguard, he'll stand. A lot as putting pressure on. Then on to grade 3s, so this is where we're not fully optimized. I'm running 3 Gauntlet Busters right now. I don't have Draconic Vanquishers, so I'm trying to get hold of and stuff for the deck. So for now I'm just running Gauntlet Busters. It's a great grade 3 if we're going first. So, because his all turns effect is still active. So Vanguard, during your turn, this unit gets plus 5,000 power and plus 1 critical for each open front row rearguard our opponent has. So if they've just not been calling anything to the front row, we ride into this and we're going first. Say, okay, that's plus 10,000 power, plus 2 critical. Which makes him very dangerous, as attacking into a grade 2. And then his ability, Counterblast 1, discard a card from our hand. Bind all of our opponent's front row rearguards, move the back row to the front in the same column. So we can still kind of put his effect live if we wish. I am then running 2 Vowing Sword Dragons. His Vanguard effect, when our opponent's normal unit is bound over them from their deck, they have to search their card deck for another copy of that card and bind it. If they do, my Vanguard will get plus 5,000 power. If they don't, it'll get plus 10,000 power instead. And then when this guy is rode upon, we get to call him to the rearguard, and for every 2 cards of our damage, bind a card in our opponent's drop. I do like this. Eventually, he is going to get swapped out though for this guy, Vowing Saber Reverse, because he's got the exact same Vanguard effect of if the card's bound, they're going to search the deck. The other effect he's got though is we can counterblast 1, lock a card, and then our opponent has to bind a card from their drop, the hand, and the rearguard, which then obviously triggers his Vanguard ability. And then when this unit attacks, if we have 1 or more cards with Vowing in the card name, in the soul, or in the rearguards, we can counterblast 1, soul blast 1, choose one of our rearguards and stand it. But if we're sitting at 4 or more damage, we'll stand all the rearguards. So I'm looking to get more copies of this, trying to play 4 of this, and eventually when I get them 4 as Vanquishers. But gonna play what you have for now. So for my last over 2 slots, I've got Armor Break. This guy comes up very handy, especially if I get into an early game, getting a lot more damage in. My opponent's hand size isn't too big, so it makes it hard to block. Because then generally when you activate his Counterblast and stuff, and if you're at damage 4, then that's like a 50,000 swing, or 5 check, 5 critical, which is pretty dangerous. So playing this as a one-off because we've got it, and then you gotta play what you got. And then I do have Draconic Vanquisher Sparking. I got this off a friend, so it's something to play when we stride. We can start binding stuff to get our Thunderstrike abilities up online and stuff. Like I say, would like normal Draconic Vanquishers instead, but I'm gonna take what you get. For my trigger lineup, we've got a 1 over trigger. It's standard because I don't have the Draconic over the Dragon Empire one. Then we are running 4 Yellow Gem for crits, as well as a Conditioned Spark. I sadly do not have any more critical triggers that give plus 10 and have the 15 shield, otherwise I would run more. So in place of the other 3 criticals, we're running 3 front triggers, as I typically like to attack with the Vanguard first, unless I'm attacking with Chiho to attack with the Vanguard and stand. It's only on very rare occasions where I am swinging with like all my rear guards first. So a front trigger can come up just to get that more power increase and more shield increase. Then, because you only see me had 1 Sentinel in the deck, we're running the draw trigger Sentinels. So when revealed, draw a card, because draw trigger, and then we've got the perfect card, so we means we've got a card ready for 2 perfect cards. Then for heal triggers, I'm running 2 Blitz Knuckles. Comes up occasionally. I've had to use it once or twice against people that have been very aggressive. 1 Meditate Draco Kid, because we do run the Supreme as the Imp for him, so we can charge 1. The 5,000 power increase is a bit of a pain, but I would replace it out for another copy of as Eradicator as Yuko. Once again, probably butchering. But when we discard this card for a G Guardian, we can bind this card and another heal trigger to countercharge 1. 10,000 power increase. So I'm trying to get my hands on another copy of this to replace this guy with. See how I feel about that. I do have 2 more Blitz Knuckles sitting to the side in case I just want to go back to playing 4 of those though. But so I've got options there. On to our Stride deck. I'm running 1 Lightning Dragonite Zoroark because it's all I could get my hands on right now. It's not even the new one, sadly. With the imaginary gifts and stuff on it. Trying to get my hands on those. Again, it's a lot of just playing what was available, what my friend had spare, and things like that, and what I've managed to pick up. 1 Conquering Supreme Dragon Volt Zapper. Thunderstrike 3 gets an additional 10,000 power, more pressure, and if they've got any rear guards, we've done a bit of binding, we can counterblast 1 to bind guards in the rear guards, as for every 2 that they have in the bind. Because I am running Gauntlet Buster, we do have a Finish Blow in here. It's just another card to stride into, get the triple drive checks that get the hand filling and stuff like that. 1 True Eradicator. This card I pretty much never stride into. This is something I flip over for Finish Blow. I only ever go into this if I have to. I don't have the Thunder Strike up or anything like that, just to get a triple drive going and get the generation breaks up online. 2 V-Busters. So this guy comes up as quite often. I've been able to bind more cards and stuff. And Thunder Strike 7, all of our front row get plus 5,000 power, and target plus 1 drive, critical. A very good card once you get Thunder Strike up for it. Then we have 2 Cardfight Vanguard VMAXs. So the ability to deal 1 damage is very nice. There's been points where it's got me games because my opponent will set on 5 damage. And I'll stride into this, and they're like, perfect guard, I'm like, cool, end of battle, counterblast 2, deal 1 damage. Something to help get around the stuff. 2 Conquest Falcons. This is the card I used to go into a lot, and then these days, because of how the deck works now, I don't go into as much, but he's still there if I need him. Just especially just a triple drive, essentially. Just once again filling the cards in hand, the Thunder Strike abilities, 7 plus 1 drive. Then we have our GBA Closer Dragon. This guy wins so many games, it's ridiculous. Like, just being able to eventually go, right, I'm just going to go all out this turn, stride into him, we're at GB8, and then just call everything from hand, triggers, whatever, and just everything's got a massive power increase. 2 Impim Dragons, so get bind as go up and going. Which is then, like I say, we have the heal trigger for it, which means we get to power charge as well. So that's a thing. 15,000 is sometimes problematic, but it can come up. 2 Bulk Walk for the 25,000 shield, and then also if we've got a number of cards in the bind zone, we get to retire rested as and stuff to overtake away from them. And then 1 Bahama as a final G Guardian as well, as a last ditch effort. There's ways to get 5 G Guardians face up in this deck, even though you can only have 4. Just G Guardian, like as long as like your last G Guardian is infant, then you get, it helps with generation breaks. So this is my Cardfight Vanguard Narukami premium deck as it is so far. There's a lot to be improved upon. Like I say, let me know in the comments below if you would like to see some matches and stuff. Also, let me know in the comments below for any of the card games that I have like done deck profiles of or anything like that that you'd maybe like to see like a small tutorial video to try and explain the best I can to like help you all understand the card games that I like to play. So that way, if I do put match videos up and stuff, you can maybe like understand them a bit easier and follow along. And I can do my best for that as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, adios.